Today's workout, I'm doing hanging, handstands, flow, and some mobility. This is a deload workout, and it's not a highlights reel. This is a real workout, one of 2 workouts I do a day, 6 days a week. Alright, so I got these because I've got a blister on my finger there, and it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And so every time I hang, it just gets worse. So I've got these. I haven't used anything like this for a long time, probably about 10 years. I normally don't recommend that people use gloves or anything like that because it keeps your hands weak and you want your hands to get strong. But if you've got blisters and it's going to help you get past them, then go for it. But let's see. I don't even know how well these things are going to grip. So this is the first time I've tried them. Let's see how they go. Oh, that's good. They've got good grip. Yeah, that's good. They're gonna let me. Oh, there's a wasp up here. They're gonna let my blisters heal. So I'm doing a deload workout today. I normally don't deload my flow and handstands and locomotion, but by God, am I tired today. So I'm just going to adopt the some is better than none approach rather than all or nothing, rather than either I do my whole workout and I do it exactly as I intended it to, or I do none of it, which is really a mentality that stops a lot of people from getting good results. Single arm hanging transitions with these little fancy gloves, because this is the one that really caused me all the problems. It's definitely harder than with bare hands, but I can do it without making my blister worse. Oh God, but my fingers are slipping, I can't hold on as well. Slipping too much. So I always try to find a way to do active recovery in between my exercises. So between my hanging, I'm doing some glute flexibility work, and this is a end range contraction. And then I go into a loaded stretch. So I always do an end range contraction first, and then into a loaded stretch. The end range contraction is a really good way to hack the nervous system. And then I'm not putting any weight in my hands at all, they're just resting there. And it's my leg doing all the work, so the glutes are really loaded up here. And this is an eccentric contraction as I go down, which is a really, really good way to develop strength through range and increase flexibility. So when you pair that end range contraction with a loaded stretch together, it works really, really well. And because I'm doing flexibility for my lower body in between sets of hanging, it's giving my hands and everything a chance to rest between sets, but it gives me that opportunity to get this flexibility work done that I wouldn't normally be doing. So yeah, it's just about, for me, always finding those opportunities. How can I fit more into my workout for strength and flexibility? I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make with fitness is that they think that strength and flexibility should be separated, because we've been told that for decades in the fitness industry. You know, here's a coach that teaches you strength training, or here's bodybuilding workout or a muscle building workout, or this is for fat loss, or you go to yoga or some stretch class or whatever if you want to get flexible. It's always been separated. But I don't think that approach works well for most people at all. In fact, I know it doesn't. So I see how it affects people. I think this works much better. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'll give it a try. Oh, I'm slipping too much with these grip things. But hey, you know what? Better than not doing any at all. And I wouldn't have been able to, if I keep going doing that, it's just going to make this blister worse. Alright, so my last set of glute stretch. So much of flexibility work is just doing the reps, doing the time. It really takes time and commitment to break down the neural inhibitors that prevent flexibility. So like sporadic effort for flexibility, it just doesn't produce the same result as frequency and consistency, you know. Frequently doing flexibility workouts and doing that consistently. And which is, you know, another really important reason why combining your strength and flexibility into the same workout, why it works so well, because you can just focus on getting your workout done, you know, and you're doing your bench press and you're doing your bent over row, and then when you're resting between sets, like what I'm doing here, you're just doing some flexibility work. And you just chip away at it and you just focus on getting your workouts done. And, you know, you get stronger, you build muscle, you lose fat, and you get flexible at the same time. This is a great mobility exercise for the whole body. I feel it the most in my shoulders because you're creating this really strong end range contraction in your shoulders, pulling the shoulders hard into flexion the whole time. Very tough. And you're doing these really slow reps. 3 second down, 2 second pause, 2 seconds, 3 seconds up. And I lost count. I think it's about 9 or 10. Oh. So this one I do for the external rotation, my shoulder. Alright. So now I contract hard, I pull against the stretch. 5 seconds, and then I pull with the stretch. 5 seconds, and then pull against the stretch. pull with the stretch. And then one more time. Try and go right to end range. Pull against the stretch. Then pull with the stretch. It's a method called crack. Contract, relax, antagonist, contract. So you've got to go all the way to end range and then contract hard and relax and then pull back against into the stretch, relax, and then pull into against the stretch again, relax, and then contract into the stretch. One more. And I'm holding my hand here, like I'm always thinking of how my body's moving, because if I'm going like this, I'm just cheating the stretch. Like I've got to try and keep my body neutral so that it's really, I'm aware of how far my arm is getting in external rotation. So now I'm working internal rotation for the hips. So I try and get my body as still as possible, and then I go to internal rotation and then contract as hard as I can to go further. So I'm really trying to keep my body still here and only internally rotate the hip. Whew. Tough. Alright, wasp. Hanging around. So this is the exact same exercise. These pants aren't very forgiving for flexibility. These shorts. All my washing's getting done at the moment, so I'm making do with what I've got. So this is the exact same exercise, but when you go up against the wall, it's a much harder version. Oh, that's enough for today. So, you gotta really honestly push yourself to the best external rotation that you can without twisting your body, and then push hard against it. Relax, and then pull with it. Push deeper into the stretch, and push against it, and then pull with it. Come on. again. And again. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Come on. Woo. End range contractions are hard. Really feel it. You've got to go right to your end range. Any less doesn't work. Oh, man. I try to take as little time as possible going from exercises. So, like when I finish a set of exercises, I just go straight to the next one and just get that first set done. Really minimizes the total workout time. Come on. And then, you know, when you're doing an antagonistic movement like this, so the opposing muscle group, for an exercise like this, you can do it without much rest. And these are really important things to do for, you know, if you're going to get into handstands and flow, like what I'm doing, you know, to learn to strengthen your hands and your wrist, because this is the part of the body that's making a lot of the contact to the ground in these workouts. And it's not designed for that, you know, it's not designed. We're definitely not meant to have our weight on our hands like that. We can do it, but you look at the makeup of the hip, leg and ankle, it's very different to the wrist, arm and shoulder. So yeah, we've got to prepare ourselves for it. I was very weak at these when I started. I couldn't do any on my feet. And now I can do 5 or 6 on a good day, which is really good. You know, going from not being able to do a single one to being able to do 5 or 6 is a good improvement. So again, in that spirit of just going from one set of exercises to the next, I just really try to not stop from that to here and just get my first handstand set done, and then I can get into my rest period. And so because the rest periods for handstands are 2.5 minutes, so I want to get that first set done as soon as possible so that I don't blow the workout time out. And it goes for everything. Like, if I can go from one exercise or set of exercises, one group of exercise, straight into the next group, and then have my rest, then all the total workout time is reduced. It's all condensed, which for me is a really important part of being able to get these workouts done regularly. Because it's a big commitment doing, 2 training sessions a day. There's a lot that can get in the way, but the biggest part that gets in the way is your own headspace. What's the problem, buddy? All right, I'll come and get it for you, buddy. Yep. No, I can't because I'm working right now. Oh, that was a good first set. Definitely feeling like watching my videos this past 2 weeks and seeing, where the imperfections in my line were has really helped me. And that was a good first set. I'm happy with that. You. Okay, mate. Oh, I'm buggered. But this is the end of the week. This is it. A few sets of flow and I'm done for the whole week. I'm only going to do one round. Today I'm not going to push it. Get myself ready for another big week next week. I've got to make some changes to my program next week. I've got the imbalance from left side to right side's really starting to show. Like I'm starting to feel it, so I'm going to change a few things to take care of that. Oh, I'm really looking forward to the end of this. I'm going to go and watch Avatar: The Last Airbender for the first time with my 7-year-old son. He's never seen it and I've never seen it. Everybody's told me how good it is. And a lot of people tell me how good it is because I did Kung Fu for almost 15 years. And I haven't seen it. So, I'm going to go and do that for some wind down time. And I'm watching that Champions of the World series on Netflix, the soccer / football. I guess it's more properly called football. And I'm really enjoying that, so I want to watch another episode of that. I'll tell you what, it's really hard to get started on a day like today, like at the end of such a big week of training, which is why I front load that first deload workout first thing in the morning, just bang, get it done before I get a chance to think about it, before my family's even up. So then when I'm sitting down having my coffee, I'm like, oh, one workout's done. But then once you get started on the second workout, it's so much shorter than a normal workout because it's a deload workout. So, you know, much easier to get through. Almost there. Woo! How's your training going? Let me know in the comments. How are you going so far this year? If I can keep this up this year, it's going to be a good year. That's for sure. But I definitely do have to work out. I'm going to have to do a phase or two of unilateral work to work out these imbalances, because all the calisthenics I'm doing at the moment is bilateral, so both limbs pushing my body at the same time, and it's not solving the imbalances. Woo! See you tomorrow for my recovery day.